Hey future me, it's me again. And hello, anyone else might be watching this. The last few days have been rough for me, and honestly, I've been feeling pretty lost. But today, I made a decision to get back to the work, to focus, to move forward, even if it's just a little bit. So today, I'll be solving this room WiseGuy on TryHackMe, and I'll be showing how I have solved this room, what is my methodology, and let's get started. So, for this room, there are basically two tasks which we need to perform. The first is to download the task files, which basically contains the source code, and we have to review the source code to understand what is happening behind it, understand the logic. So I have downloaded it. You can download it by clicking it here, and then I have opened it in my VS Code editor, and it is the source code is in Python, right? And as we are saying, there are three main functions which are defined here, right? The first is the send message function, which basically shows the message on the screen. Next function is the setup function, and then we have this start function, right? And after that, there is one class which is the request handler class. Inside it also there is one function, handle function, and the handle function is calling the start function. Okay, now the start function is important here. Let's just understand what is happening in the start function. So uh, at the beginning, a variable dress is being defined here in the start function. What is happening here? The random choice is there of what? Of ASCII characters and digits. So ASCII characters and digits are being combined here, and a random choice is being generated, and that is being stored in this res variable. Now the k equal to 5, this here suggests that it is 5 characters long, or the length of the value is 5 characters, right? 5 characters of ASCII letters and digits, and that is being stored in this variable. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible to the non-technical people also. If you don't know how to read codes or anything about coding, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Okay, after that, this another variable key is defined, and the value of address is being stored in this key variable, or it is assigned here in the key variable. But so something like this is happening, that key has the random, sorry, that's 6, yeah, random 5 character value, and it is the combination of letters and string, my bad, letters and digits, right? We don't know what number of digit or what number of characters are there, I mean, sorry, letters are there, but yeah, it is 5 characters long. Yeah. Coming back, the next variable here is this hex encoded, and it is calling a function setup function. Now whatever value this setup function is returning, it is being stored in this hex encoded variable. Now the setup function requires a parameter, and key is given as an argument. With this key, this 5 character long value which is generated at random, so every time it is different, it is being given to this setup function. Now let's understand what's happening in the setup function. So here in the setup function, first there is this variable called flag, and inside of it a string is assigned here or stored here, and it is in the usual format of a flag on TryHackMe, and that is THM, and inside of that the flag is there. Now here it is written this is a fake flag, of course, because this is just the logic which is being given to us. Now on the original challenge which will be running on the machine, there will be a real flag here, right? But in this format only. After that, we have this another variable XOR, which is empty right now. And then what is happening? A for loop is there from the range 0 to the length of the flag. Inside of for loop, this variable XOR is being assigned a value. So what is happening here, that the character of a flag variable is being XORed with the character of the key variable. So flag and key are being XORed. Something like this. And it is giving, and it will give some value. Okay, and that value is being stored in this XOR function here, right? Now what is happening after that, that XOR value is being encoded in hex, and that is being stored in this variable, which is the hex encoded variable. And this function, the setup function, is returning this hex encoded value. Now back to this start function. Here this hex encoded value, hex encoded variable function was calling this function, right? So this hex encoded value will be stored here in this variable. And after that, the send message function is called, which is basically printed out on the screen. The hex encoded value, this value, it will print out here. So one more time, what happened is this value is encoded to hex. Okay, and that is stored in this variable hex encoded. Now we will be given this in our challenge, and we will have to find this thing, the key. Okay, because we can see here there are two send message uh, function calls, and one is giving this hex encoded value, and the another one is asking for the encryption key, which means that we will be given this value and we will have to find this value. Now for this, I'm gonna use cyberchef to find the value of key and flag as well. In many of the solutions, people have used codes, and they have write something, I mean they have write codes to find the key. But if you are not that much familiar with coding, and are not that comfortable, then there is this another way of finding the key and flag without doing any type of coding. And for that purpose, I'm going to use the cyberchef today. Now here, our next task is to start this machine. And for this task, we need to start the attack box also. So let's start it. Okay, so now our attack box has successfully launched. So now let's read this instruction. What it says here, that the server is listening on port 1337 via TCP. You can connect to it using Netcat or any other tool you prefer. Okay, so I'm gonna open the terminal here, and I'm gonna use netcat simple command to connect to the target machine. We need the IP, which is this one, and the port. Yeah. So this is the hex encoded value. Let me just copy it. Oh, sorry. This is the hex encoded value which the challenge gives us, and we have to find this key, right? So first we have to decode it. So let's go back to the cyberchef. Now the first operation I'm going to use here is from hex to decode the hex value. Okay, I'm going to paste it over here. So here I'm getting something in the output. This value is actually this thing. Okay, after that we are seeing that there is this XOR operation. So I'm going to use this XOR. Now don't forget to change here from hex to UTF-8, because we have already decoded it in this step. Yeah, we can do this in one step also, but I want to make you understand. That's why I am doing it in two separate steps. Now here there is some theory which I want you to understand. The XOR operation has a very beautiful property which is like this. If A is being XORed with B and if it is giving us C, then if we want B, then we can XOR A and C because it will give us B. Same way, if we XOR B with C, it will give us A, right? This is a very interesting property of this XOR operation, and we are going to use this property here. Now, see this equation. We have this operation being done on the backside in the code, that flag is being XORed with key to get some value. Now, we have we have already gotten this value, right? We have gotten this value. Now, if I do XOR between flag and this value, I will get the key, right? It will work as a wonder. Now, but the problem here is I don't have this value, the flag value. I don't have flag. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna to get flag, something like this will work. Key XOR value will give us flag, right? But again, we don't have key as well. Same problem, but no. Let's see. First, we're gonna use this equation. Now, we see from the source code that the flag is in certain format, which is THM with this curly braces, right? And mostly all the flags on TryHackMe platform are in this format. So here the flag will be in this format also, right? So what we are gonna do, there will be something here which we don't know yet, but these four characters we know it for certain that it will be this only. So here I'm gonna copy this and give it to here. Now I got something in the output. Considering we already had the value and we gave the flag, so whatever we got was the key, right? But here we have already all, here we have only given four four characters, right? So here we are only gonna take four characters, okay? Because we know that key is a 5 characters long, but here we gave 4 characters, so we are only gonna take 4 characters from here just as of now. Just copy these 4 characters, and now we are gonna use this second equation. We already have this value here. Now we're gonna give this key, okay? So now what we are getting, flag, but this is not the true actual flag because it is incomplete flag, right? I'm not saying that it is a false flag, but it is an incomplete flag. Now we know that key is 5 characters long, but we have only given 4 characters. Now what we are going to do, we are going to guess the fifth character. We know that it is an alphanumeric character, alphanumeric value, and we have to guess it. It's just like a brute force, okay? We're gonna, but not actual brute force, we're gonna guess it manually. So first I'm going to start with the digits, and then if none of the digits are working, then we will start with the letters. Now one sign which says that the flag is correct is that there will be an open curly bracket, and then at the end there will be a closed curly bracket, okay? So that will be a sign that it is the true flag. So let's just now 0 is not the appropriate digit, that's why we are not getting any meaningful key here. So I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna try every other. Oh, that's the luck. See here, this is your flag. On the fourth try I got this, but you might not be this lucky because uh, we saw that there the key is a random choice, so every time there will be a different key, okay? So and a different hex encoded value will be shown to you, but the flag will remain the same. So in your case the key will be different, but the logic will remain the same, that you get the first four characters by THM and that open curly bracket, and the fourth character you will have to guess by manually trying every other character. First try with the digits 0 to 9 and then with all the letters, first with the lowercase letters and then with the uppercase letters. Okay, but here on the fourth try only I got this flag. um, if you can read it, it has written that plain text attack can really hurt your XOR. Okay, now just copy this flag and give it here. And yes, it's the correct flag. Copy this key from here and paste it over here. Enter. Yeah, that's a correct key, and it gave us this flag number 2. Just copy it and here. We solve this. That's it for today. See you next time or not.